They called them the Ghosts, a name whispered in the darkest corners of the intelligence world. An elite kill team, untraceable, unstoppable, sent to eliminate high-value targets with chilling precision. Their next target, former intelligence analyst named Anya Sharma, who had uncovered a conspiracy so vast it threatened to destabilize global powers. They thought it would be an easy job, another name crossed off a list. But they made one fatal miscalculation. Anya wasn't just an analyst. She was also one of the most gifted snipers the military had ever trained, a ghost in her own right. The first hint of trouble came at dawn. Anya had retreated to a remote, abandoned observatory perched atop a snow-dusted mountain, a place she knew like the back of her hand. She had spent weeks preparing, turning the crumbling structure and the surrounding forest into her own personal fortress. As the first rays of sun pierced the morning mist, the glint of a rifle scope from a ridge 1,000 meters away caught her eye. They were here, 6 of them, moving with the fluid, deadly grace of predators. They believed they were the hunters, closing in on their prey. They had no idea they had just walked into her web. Anya's heart beat a steady rhythm, a familiar drum against the silence of the mountain. She wasn't afraid. Fear was a luxury she couldn't afford. Years of training had honed her instincts, transforming her into a creature of pure focus. She tracked the first member of the kill team through her scope. He was their point man, moving with arrogant confidence, clearing the path for the others. He scanned the observatory through his own optics, completely unaware that he was already in her sights. A small smile touched Anya's lips. "Welcome to my home," she whispered to herself. She let them get closer, allowing their overconfidence to become her greatest ally. They were using standard military formations, predictable and textbook. They expected a cornered analyst, terrified and helpless. They didn't expect a ghost who knew their playbook chapter and verse. Anya adjusted for windage and elevation, her breathing slow and controlled. She waited for the perfect moment, when the point man paused, silhouetted against a rocky outcrop. The world seemed to hold its breath. Then, a single muffled crack echoed through the valley. The point man dropped, a clean shot. The hunt had begun, but the question was, who was hunting who? Panic, even for a split second, is a sniper's best friend. The remaining 5 members of the kill team instantly scattered, seeking cover. Their professional calm was shattered. They had lost a man without even hearing the shot's origin, were now blind, deaf, and vulnerable. Their leader, a seasoned veteran known only as Spectre, barked orders into his cums, trying to regain control. They started laying down suppressive fire toward the observatory, a desperate attempt to pin down a ghost they couldn't see. But Anya was already gone. She had already relocated to her second position, concealed dugout she'd prepared weeks in advance, hundreds of meters from the observatory. They were shooting at a decoy. From her new vantage point, she had a clear line of sight on 2 of them as they tried to flank the main building. They moved cautiously now, their arrogance replaced by a palpable tension. They were scanning the wrong sector, their attention fixed on the wrong target. Anya lined up her shot on the second operative. He was crouched behind a cluster of pines, trying to get a bead on the observatory's windows. 1 breath in, 1 breath out. The rifle barked again. The second man fell. Now there were 4. Spectre knew he was dealing with a professional. This wasn't some scared analyst. This was an ambush. He ordered his remaining team members to change tactics, to use the terrain, to become unpredictable. But how can you be unpredictable when your opponent has already predicted your every move? Anya had walked this ground 100 times. She knew every rock, every tree, every shadow. The mountain wasn't just her hiding place, it was her weapon. She moved again, silently and swiftly, to a third position on a high ledge overlooking the team's approach. She was playing a deadly game of chess, always 3 moves ahead. The remaining 4 were now moving in pairs, covering each other, their senses on high alert. They were good, very good, but Anya was better. She spotted one pair trying to scale a steep rock face to gain a higher vantage point. It was a risky but smart move. Fortunately for them, it was a move Anya had anticipated. Her third shot took out the climber, his grip failing as the bullet found its mark. His partner, momentarily exposed by shock, became her 4th target. Before he could even react, before he could even process the loss of his teammate, Anya's 4th shot rang out. It was a symphony of precision. 4 shots, 4 kills. In less than 20 minutes, an elite 6-man kill team had been reduced to just 2. The forest fell silent once more. Only Spectre and his second-in-command remained. They were pinned down, trapped. Every shadow seemed to hold a threat. Every gust of wind sounded like an incoming round. The psychological toll was immense. They were the world's most feared hunters, now reduced to terrified prey, waiting for a phantom to strike. Spectre, his face grim, knew his only chance was to close the distance, to force a close-quarters engagement where a sniper rifle would be less effective. He and his last remaining man began a desperate, bounding rush toward the observatory, using every bit of cover they could find. They were no longer hunting Anya. They were fleeing from her, but Anya was ready. She abandoned her sniper rifle, grabbing a compact submachine gun she had stashed nearby. The game was changing, and she was changing with it. She slipped out of her concealed position and circled around, using her knowledge of the terrain to intercept them. The final confrontation happened in the ruins of the old observatory's main dome. Spectre and his partner burst in, weapons ready, scanning the decaying interior. They found nothing. It was eerily quiet. Then, from the shadows above, Anya dropped down behind them. Before they could turn, a quick, controlled burst from her weapon neutralized the last team member. Now it was just her and Spectre. He spun around, his own rifle coming up, but it was too late. Anya stood before him, her weapon steady, her gaze unwavering. In his eyes, she didn't see a cold-blooded killer. She saw shock, disbelief, and a flicker of what looked like respect. He had been sent to eliminate a file, a piece of data. Instead, he found a warrior. "Who are you?" he managed to ask, his voice hoarse. Anya didn't answer with words. Her expression said it all. She was the one they had underestimated, the one they had failed to account for. She was the analyst who fought back, the prey who had become the ultimate hunter. In the silent, snow-covered mountains, the ghosts had been exorcised. Thank you so much for watching this story unfold. If you enjoy tales of skill, strategy, and turning the tables, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. We'd love hearing from you, so drop a comment below and let us know what you thought. Until next time, stay sharp.